Hi and welcome back to the channel. I am continuing House of the Dragon. This is Season 1, Episode 3, titled Second of His Name. And yes, I'm really getting into the groove again with this universe, this world, after the, you could say, like mild disappointment of like how Game of Thrones ended. But the way that they are doing this series so far, and the way that the first two episodes went, really, really enjoying it actually, and looking forward to continuing. And things in the story at the moment, the stability of the realm is kind of in danger, I would say, with Daemon Targaryen, who's in open rebellion against the crown, and he's sort of allied himself now with the Valerians, gonna do like a show of force and take out this crab feeder guy. And then I'm sure things are going to get way worse very, very soon, and we're going to get into open war. A lot of people are going to die, and it's going to be really interesting to see like this period that's called Dance of the Dragons. I'm really, really intrigued actually. But yeah, I think I'm basically just gonna jump into it. First, I do want to tell you guys about our Patreon page where you can watch the full-length reactions. They're over there right now. And I know I'm still probably a little bit behind with these House of the Dragon reactions. I'm trying to catch up, but they're going to be coming out on Patreon sooner than on YouTube. So if you want to watch my reaction for the next episode, or maybe the next one after that, then you can do so right now over on Patreon. There's a link down in the description below. I'm going to be watching some other stuff over there as well that's going to be exclusive to Patreon, like The Rings of Power and She-Hulk. I want to start Cowboy Bebop soon. That one I am going to edit for YouTube at some point. And then very, very soon we got Andor. That one is definitely going to be on YouTube. Planning on doing that with Major Dad. So a lot of stuff coming up very, very soon. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then please do so. We're actually losing a lot of subscribers at the moment. It's not going in the right direction, not the direction I want it to go. And that's making me really, really sad. I kind of had a goal where I wanted to get to 100,000 by the end of the year. I don't know if that's possible at all, but again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, comment, all that good stuff. And then let's get into it. This is, the third episode of House of the Dragon. Here we go. All right, I know I already said here we go, but while I was recording my reaction to this episode, something went wrong and OBS stopped recording, and because my file output is set to MP4, it couldn't recover that file at all. It's lost. So the first half of the episode, my reaction to the first half of the episode is just gone, unfortunately. I'm so sorry about that. So it's only going to be like the last half of the episode that's going to be in this reaction. Hopefully this won't happen again. I've made sure to set the output to MKV instead, and then I'm just going to convert it to MP4 afterwards, or like remux it into an MP4 file that I can then use in Premiere Pro. You live and you learn, but it is what it is. Sorry again, guys. Now back to the reaction.
Everything all right, Your Grace?
I named her to protect the realm from Daemon.
Yeah.
What is the power of a dragon? It's the power of prophecy.
The hour is too late, husband.
When Rhaenyra was a child, I saw it in a dream. A male babe, born to me, wearing the conqueror's crown. I so wanted it to be true. To be a dreamer myself. I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my abyss of grief and regret.
Damn, dude.
And naming her heir would begin to set things right.
Oh, it did.
I never imagined I would remarry, and I would have a son. What if I was wrong?
It's just a fucking prophecy. Aww.
He may not be white, Your Grace. But he's a big lad.
Again, so much for fucking prophecies and signs and shit. What a hunt. People will just trap it and hold it for you.
Right here.
And then tell him where to stab.
Yeah!
You felled the stag. And in a number of years, a stag is going to fell your bloodline, or you know, you know what I mean. The Robert's Rebellion. Whoa. But she sees it. The white. Wow. Beautiful and proud. Yeah, no. Leave it. I know it's CGI, but it's still pretty well made. Especially for a television series. Well, I know they have a pretty big budget. Did he just go like, ugh? Oh, she's got blood on her. How unladylike.
Come, sweet prince. Let's give her grace some peace.
Aegon, like his namesake, was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. If Viserys were to name him heir, the realm would fate him for it.
But will he though?
Rhaenyra is a woman.
What of my
So
son?
fucking
Would you have me
what?
raise a man to steal his own sister's birthright?
It is Aegon that's being robbed. He's the firstborn son of the king. To deny that he is heir to the throne is to assail the laws of gods and men.
Fuck those laws.
She must needs marry a High Lord who will honor her, defend her, and serve her as king consort. Her wishes in this matter are irrelevant.
I do believe that Rhaenyra will marry your grace, but she must believe it is her choice to do so.
That's all anyone wants, really. A choice.
Lord Corlys and Prince Daemon are losing their war.
Badly, by all accounts.
Seriously?
This is a plea for aid. Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by two malcontents, unhappy with decisions I made.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice, like, his fucking fingers.
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
Yep.
Then I pose a simpler question. Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives, or is vanquished?
Hand deliver this to Prince Daemon yourself.
At once, Your Grace.
Wow, can't believe they're actually losing against this crab feeder.
Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted, as if to the death?
Because you mean to replace me.
You have misjudged me, Rhaenyra.
Oh, know it. Jason Lannister knows it. You said it yourself.
Everyone assumes it.
I will not live forever. I wish to see you contented. Happy, even.
You think a man would do it?
A family.
I had a family.
What would you have me do?
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
That is true enough. You must marry. Strengthen your own claim. Multiply. As to your match. Make it yourself. Search him out. Find one that pleases you. As I did. I did waver. At one time. But I swear to you now, on your mother's memory, you will not be supplanted.
I do trust him on that matter, but if he's really pressured into it by everyone, everywhere, the entire realm, I don't know if, like, is he gonna still hold strong? Stick to that?
The crab feeder and his men have no reason to leave those caves.
We must give them one. An offering of flesh to bait the crab.
Who?
Yeah, who? Daemon?
He at least is fighting this war. What role have you played in his council, uncle, other than master of complaints?
Enough. I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhaenyra, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's not the way to, just don't, poor messenger, fucking, I get why you're angry. You couldn't do this yourself.
Know that it is not my desire to see you fail in your cause.
Dude, where are you going?
It is instead my hope that this aid will deliver the victory that has thus far evaded us. I shall pray nightly to the gods for your safe return.
You can't do it yourself. What? Daemon, what the hell? You're gonna... You would rather give up than accept help from your brother. Damn, man. Or is there some sort of strategy to this? His mask kind of resembles the ones that, you know, the Sons of the Harpy they were wearing. Going to wear. Does he have grayscale? Dude! Run! He is going to do this by himself. Fuck! How isn't he getting hit? Ah, fuck, there we go. No, 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 Daemon. How the fuck are you going to survive this? Come on. Dragon? Dragon? That's... Someone is definitely going to come to the rescue. There we go. And that's what they wanted to do. Oh, yeah! Boom! Dude, that was some gamble. But again, like just like you talked about. Draw them out. Now get in there and kill this son of a bitch. You got him? Whoa. He most certainly did. Never even got to hear him speak or anything. Holy fuck, Daemon. Hard not to admire that a little bit. Woo! What an ending. Fuck yes. And there we have it. A victory in the Stepstones after 3 long years of fighting this fucking crab feeder, not being able to get at him because they just retreated to the caves every single time. The dragons couldn't get at them. Whew, I did not expect for that to, for it to take that long for them to actually take this guy out. I thought that was going to be rather quick, and then we're going to focus on that internal struggle again between Daemon with the Valyrians and then versus Viserys and the crown, all of that. But no, yeah, again, like we had a big time jump, and I really don't mind these time jumps. It really keeps the story flowing, and even though, like, of course there was a lot of very quiet moments and a lot of talking going on in this one, but all filled with politics and intrigue and prophecy, and yeah, all of that good stuff that we know from this world and that we've seen in Game of Thrones before. But yeah, I think I'm gonna dive into what happened with Viserys and the hunt and Rhaenyra and all that first. And that was definitely interesting. And it's always interesting to see, like, even though you are king of the realm and you have so much power and you are, royal, you're a Targaryen, you have dragons, you still feel trapped because there are certain things that you absolutely have to do to keep the realm together. And it's most likely things that you don't necessarily want to do, and it's things that might seem wrong in your eyes, but you have to do it to keep the realm together again. And even something like, yeah, and I'm definitely against Viserys naming now his son Aegon, second of his name, naming him the heir instead of Rhaenyra. I want him to stick by that. But I also get why, like, everyone in the realm, they're talking and they are straight up just expecting for him to do that. They're assuming that he is going to do that. Even Rhaenyra assumed that was what he was going to do. And he's just sort of retreating a little bit, into himself and his thoughts. And there is a lot going on. And he put a lot of stock in this prophecy that he thought, that was not going to be fulfilled. But now all of a sudden he remarried and he does have a son, which is what he initially wanted. But he is also deep down a good man and he wants to be true to his word. And especially when it comes to naming Rhaenyra the heir. So again, yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm glad, at least, like in the end, and the talk that they had together, where he told her that, yes, these are things you have to do. You have to marry. You have to do it for, to create new alliances and to create that stability. But I want you to choose that person yourself, because that's what I did. Like, even I could have done or should have done something different when it came to, like, the wisest choice or the strategic choice. Wow, I can't say that word. The strategically smart choice. He did not necessarily do that, and was even counseled again in this one to sort of mend that gap between the Targaryens now, or at least him and the Valyrians, and marry Rhaenyra to one of the Valyrian sons that we also saw in this one. But again, yeah, that's not what he did himself. So it's kind of like he'd be a hypocrite to actually tell her to do something that he himself did not do. So again, I really like that talk that they had in the end, and it seemed like, yeah, she appreciated it as well and realized that, okay, yeah, maybe that is just what people are assuming. It's rumors. That's not what my father wants for me. And I, again, do really believe it when he says that he wants her content, he wants her happy, and he does want for her to be queen. But who is she going to choose? That's gonna be really interesting, and where this is going. And then of course there's Otto Hightower, the Hand, who is, pulling the strings there behind the scenes. He got what he wanted with his daughter marrying Viserys, and now they do have a son together, Aegon. She's pregnant again. And he is determined that, yeah, of course, it's not going to be Rhaenyra, because no woman can sit the throne. That goes against the laws of gods and men. And yeah, I'm really starting to. Well, I do not like Otto Hightower really at this point in the story. He seems like he's only out for, he wants to gain power himself. I mentioned, in the first episode, I think it was, that he reminds me a little bit of Stannis, but that's mostly his demeanor, the way that he is maneuvering things and, trying to get that power. That does remind me a little bit of Peter Baelish, Littlefinger. So, yeah, man, what is he going to do or say now that Viserys is not budging? Like he's not gonna name Aegon the heir for now, at least, and even with Alicent like trying to convince him. And she does seem like a good person, and she does have a lot of insight, and does seem like she has a lot of empathy for some of the people around her and the people that she cares about. But she is also, again, being maneuvered into this position, into positions, and being told to do things by her father. Yeah. And then we had a hunt, and we've seen that before. It did end better. It wasn't the same outcome for the king this time around as we saw early on in Game of Thrones with Robert Baratheon, who died because from a boar that attacked him, and we did see a boar attack in this one as well against Sir Criston Cole and Rhaenyra, but they certainly got it, and she showed that she's a freaking badass, and then the way that she just came back there to the camp, dragging that thing along, and how everybody was just, there were some people who were, nodding and going like, damn, yeah, that's badass. And then it seemed like others were going like, oh, she's got blood all over her. And then this Jason Lannister, the pompous fool. Lannisters, they don't necessarily give any good impressions most of the time, unless they turn it all around and become like Jaime Lannister, although he then turned it around again towards the end of Game of Thrones, and that wasn't let's not get into that. But interesting to see again, and just how, King is going on a hunt, but he's not really doing anything himself. They're just holding the beast and telling him where to stab it. But it wasn't a white stag that he got to kill, and the one that they were looking for. It was a big stag, certainly, and shame that it fucking had to die. But Rhaenyra did see it. So again, is there something to prophecies? And that is, not something that I believe in. I'm not superstitious or anything when it comes to our own world, but inside of this world where we know that things do happen, and prophecies can come true sometimes, or they can be misinterpreted, and there definitely are, powers at work, and it does seem like, gods, or some gods or beings, deities, like they are real to some extent, like R'hllor. There was definitely some power, some magic in that. I don't know if I believe it's the same, like the case for the Seven, but at least they or Rhaenyra and Sir Criston Cole, they let the white stag go, and that was nice, and shows that she's made of something different than her father, or at least the rest of them, or one can hope. And then if she is going to ascend the throne, then maybe she can do some good. But I also sort of kind of know what is coming with again, this Dance of the Dragons, this civil war between Targaryens. So it's probably not going to end that well. And we, of course, I mentioned it in the episode, they're not going to end well for the Targaryens overall. They are going to be toppled with Robert's rebellion, and then later on Daenerys coming back and then not being Queen of Westeros for long, because she kind of lost it as well, just like that. But all in all, really interesting with all the politics and intrigue again, and you know, I get why some of the characters, and especially the king, is like, oh, fuck this shit. Can you just leave me be for a second? Like, everyone just fucking wants something, and they want to gain power in some way or some manner, and they're, you know, disguising it as some sort of kindness, and like, you're doing me a fucking favor. Strength, what strength do I need? Do you have dragons to offer? No, then fuck off. Like, I do really, I'm sorry I don't remember his name, but the actor who is playing Viserys, he's doing such a good job with that character, and you can really feel everything that he's feeling as well. And I was also wondering about, now that it had been 3 years, so how's it looking, you know, with those scabs that he got and those cuts and things from the Iron Throne, and he's straight up just missing 2 fingers now, and they do not look good. Like, look sort of rotten, and like, he must be in pain. And then if he is in a lot of pain, then I get why he's drinking a lot of alcohol and maybe getting some milk of the puppy, which will make it even harder to think sometimes. So yeah, man, fuck, he's just in general under a lot of pressure. And I, as well, Otto Hightower said at one point, I do not envy his position, being the king. That's tough, even though people will bend over backwards for you and do things for you. It's still doesn't seem like an easy life at all. And again, just speaking of easy life, and you know, just noticing with Alicent Hightower and the baby there, like all the nurses, wet nurses, what do you call them? Servants coming in and just, her grace needs to rest, and just taking the baby away, and they're just basically raising the child, which is certainly not something that's going on in this household, and not something that we would want. I'm very content with Kat and I actually raising our own child, even though it can be very hard and exhausting at times, but it's not that old yet. So of course everything is still new to him, and every time something happens that he doesn't particularly like, or if he wants something, then yeah, he's gonna cry, because that's his language, and that can be hard sometimes. But it's just all about troubleshooting all the time, and just figuring out, okay, so what do you want? How can I make you happy? Is it food? Do I need to change you? Do I need to hold you? Do you just need to cuddle? Do you need some love? Like, yeah, it's a whole new thing, a whole new existence being a parent. But all right, back to House of the Dragon. We then, of course, jump to the war there at the Stepstones, and how they are just fucking desperate, and losing so many men. And again, I did not expect for it to be that hard, but again, like, if you can't get to your enemy, you can't get at them, they're hiding, they're in caves, and what the hell can you do? And they were talking about this strategy where, okay, we need to draw them out with something that they want. Who is going to do that? How would we go about that? And it seemed like that they were almost going to suggest that, it should be Daemon, because that's the one that they probably want, and the one that they want to kill and humiliate. Didn't really get to suggest it, because he just straight up went and did it anyway. But only after he read that report, that letter from his brother, telling him that, yeah, okay, we're going to send help. We're going to help you out. I'm going to help you out, little brother. And I totally get why Daemon was like, no, fuck it. I started this. I'm going to finish it. I do not need your help. and then he just went in by himself like a fucking badass. That was so cool. Such a cool sequence. And Matt Smith, again, doing such a good job. I can't believe that. I thought at first that he was just going to be this one-note villain, perhaps. And I was just going to hate him and hate his character. Enjoy his performance, but maybe hate his character. But no, there's something about him, man. There's really something about him. And I also, I get, like, he's very honest and very blunt and direct, and unfortunately also, yeah, very violent. And then that violence will, yeah, he started beating up the messenger, which is, poor guy. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. But again, I get his frustration. And in the end, they managed to defeat them without any help. And did they get help? Or maybe it's just me who doesn't, like, I don't have a grasp on, like, exactly how many dragons they do have and how many dragon riders, like, who was riding that dragon. And it definitely wasn't Daemon's dragon, because that one is bigger, and that's Caraxes? Is that the name? And then Syrax, that's the one that Rhaenyra is riding. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna find out who was riding that dragon, and maybe when I rewatch it or something, or just watch the next episode. But I'm sure you guys are also going to tell me in the comments below. So I will definitely know who that was. But that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 3. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you as soon as possible. Bye!